Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? It is Friday night. It's Dynamite, the Dynamite Show, coming your way once again for another week, another weekly installment of the Dynamite Show. How's everybody doing tonight? Who's with us tonight? We got 5 in the house. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. We always like to encourage you to do that because it helps with all of the analytics and algorithms all right here on YouTube. So there you have it. Heard some interesting news about YouTube today. I watched a little video. How many people out there watch Nick Nimmin? He's a kind of a YouTube guru type person. Just talks about how to grow on YouTube, different things like that. He's talking about how he heard, or it's been put out there, that now if you post shorts on YouTube, it'll help you get more growth. They're going to connect shorts with long-term videos. For a lot of times before with shorts, you might have one that takes off, gets crazy amount of views, but really doesn't gain growth to the channel. If you know what I mean. Now they're going to connect those. So therefore, that's going to help anybody that puts shorts out there. It's going to help some, with the channel. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just heard that today. Not sure how many of y'all have heard that. Please let me know, guys. Can you hear me? Can you see me very well? Am I good? 5x5, let me know. Who's in the house with us tonight? There is Nature's Wild Playground. There's Miss Natalie Blackfeather. Good to see you, Natalie. Po Boy Adventures. My good friend from right here in my home state, right here in Kentucky. Good deal. Appreciate you there, Po Boy. There's Grateful Trekker in the house. Good to see you, Grateful Trekker. And there's my good friend from Virginia, Miss Natalie's husband right there, Dutch Blackfeather. How you doing, Dutch? Good to see you, brother. A lot of people in here tonight. Good deal, good deal. Guys, we got a decent show for you. We got some content to bring your way, so don't fret. We always try to, bring you as much content as we can. And, we use these live streams. Sometimes we use them as a tool to teach and help people learn about, being prepared, being self-reliant, maybe do some type of bushcraft adventure or something like that here on the channel. You never know. Show off our fire kits, different things like that. And then sometimes we do these live streams and it has nothing to do with any of those topics. There'll still be an outdoor topic involved sometime or another during the show, but sometimes we get off topic. Sometimes it's not about the outdoors. Ain't that right, Dutch? Good to see everyone tonight. We got a lot of good people in here. Awesome deal. But yeah, going to be a laid-back stream tonight, the best we can. Just talk to you. Sometime or another, we might offer up the link like we do sometimes. And if someone in the chat, or maybe someone that's not even talking at all, not even letting us know that you're here, because there are people that lurk. We do know that. We got some great fans out there that just lurk, and that's cool. I'm glad they watch, but you know how I roll. I always encourage you to, say hello. Stop in, say hello. If you're lurking, introduce yourself if we don't know you, but we do appreciate you watching nonetheless. Dutch Blackfeather said everything is great. That's right. Everything is great over there on the Dutch Blackfeather channel. He's doing real good for himself over there. Just a young channel. I'm a young channel. A lot of us in here are young channels. But, he's getting a lot of views. Good stuff over there. A lot of minimalist bushcraft type stuff and traditional bushcraft type stuff. And I enjoy it. I do. So check out Dutch Blackfeather. Dutch is he's a moderator here in the chat, so if he wants to drop his own link, he can. But if any moderator would like to drop Dutch's link, go ahead. Just shout out some channels here tonight. Another channel, Nature's Wild Playground. Her and Miss April there and her family, they have Nature's Wild Playground. They do some camping stuff, foraging, trapping, fishing, a little bit of hunting, deer skinning. I think I've seen some deer skinning over there going on. But exactly right. Nature's Wild Playground also has a great canning channel because she loves to can. And if you see any of her Facebook posts, you'll know that. Either on her personal profile page on Facebook or in the Nature's Wild Playground group or page itself. So, but she's got a canning channel, and it's called Canning with a Purpose. I believe that's correct. Is Bark Eater in here with us? Good to see you, Bark Eater Outdoors. You thought you might sneak by me. Dutch Blackfeather called you out there. You did sneak by me for a minute, though. I will have to admit that. But good to see you there. Bark Eater Outdoors is with us tonight. And that will bring us to a topic that we'll talk about here in just a few minutes, because Dutch and Bark Eater and myself are all a part of some things that we're talking about, with the Roku stuff, Roku channel, the Roku experience. And, we're all part of that. Bark Eater, myself, Dutch, a few others. They might be here tonight, who knows. But it's good, Roku, it's growing. It's by leaps and bounds. I don't guess any one of us was sure how well it would grow right off the start, right out of the gate. But, the first or second week, maybe even shorter than that, it was getting great reviews, and it was at the top of the list when you search for GOTV. So that's Campfire Chef GOTV. So if you got a Roku channel, not channel, Roku TV or Roku stick or something like that, and you put Roku stuff over there, anything that might be on there, you can check that out, search for that. I'm throwing stuff over there that really doesn't have a whole lot to do with the topic of it, but I guess it'll work. It's Bushcraft Wilderness Survival, and we're going to be putting some great stuff over there that will have to do with that soon. So, and that'll be another thing we'll talk about here in just a little bit. But, guys, you all remember Henry, how a week or so ago, we bottle-fed Henry live on stream. Well, we cut that video out, right, and then posted that on YouTube as a standalone video. We also uploaded that to the Roku channel. And Miss Lydia, who is Campfire Chef over there on Instagram, I seen her because I was in a live stream with Brother Dutch right there. Like this past Sunday, we'll get into that right now too. But this past Sunday, Dutch and I, he invited me on his show, and I was his guest. It took a little minute, but we finally got things straightened out. And I seen Miss Lydia comment on how much she enjoyed seeing Henry over there on the Roku channel, so that's great. And everybody loves Henry. They got people in my hometown right here who tells my wife Mandy over there at the clinic, at the vet clinic, that they've seen old Henry on TV. Let's see, has anybody joined us that I might have missed during my rant? Yep, right there is Miss Ashley Brady. Good to see you there. She says, evening, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Ashley. Miss Ashley there, check out Ashley Brady. She's got some content out there on YouTube, doing some singing. Very beautiful voice. Do enjoy listening to that and seeing that. That's great. Guys, we got 10 in the house. We're growing. We're gaining here. We're doing pretty good. So make sure you hit that thumbs up. Guys, if you're in here, like I said, and you're lurking, just say hello. Say howdy. Say, what's up, Heath? Whatever it might be. But, we encourage that. We always do. But, yeah, the Roku experience, it's good. I've not been as strong as maybe some as far as uploading over there, but we're starting to crank out some stuff soon. We got some stuff edited and some stuff that hasn't been mentioned to anybody that I ever private message that might be here in the chat tonight, but they'll be able to see that soon, and it'll be, different stuff. It's going to be more bushcrafty type stuff. Exactly. You like that word, bushcrafty? There's Bernie Sanchez, I believe. Good to see you there. You see that B/S, that's Bernie Sanchez. Good to see you. Good evening there. Catch up with the chat. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. And please let me know if I'm ranting, going on too much. We'll slow down. Dutch Blackfeather. He said, Frontier Survival was a great interview. Thanks for being on, brother. Yeah, that interview at 14K reach and plays today. Well, that's pretty dang good right there, brother. That's awesome. That's awesome. 14K. Who would have thought that? It might have been just everybody laughing. They're watching it because I'm trying to get on so many times. And finally, I made it. We were trying to do it from the outside, guys. And usually the Wi-Fi signal does pretty decent. Does pretty decent out there, at least in and around the shed that I have out there, right? And I was going to try to go live with Dutch over there in the shed or just outside. And it wasn't working. It wasn't in the cards on that deal. So we came back in the house and we was able to get on and do it there. Miss Cecilia, guys. Hello, Miss Cecilia. How you doing? Good to see you. Raven Cat Homestead, Cecilia. Good deal. Appreciate you being here. Miss Ashley said, always good to see you. All keep up the good work. It is good to see you too, Miss Ashley. And Bernie says, it's Friday. Of course. Of course it is. Ah, there's my friend, Hillbilly Willie. Good to see you there, brother. The Dobson's Explicit channel. Please welcome the Dobson's Explicit channel into the house. Good deal. Appreciate you being here. He says, what's up, my hillbilly brother? I can't do it as good as you, brother, but, we always try. It's, imitation is a great form of flattery, but I didn't do a very good job. So, I apologize. We won't do it again. Oh, good to see you. Good deal. Appreciate you being here. I know Willie and they've had some problems, or not so much problems, but feeling under the weather and things. And I've been there too. I've had that OC thing and that COVID stuff, and it's not good. I know. All right, we're going to slow down just a little bit here. But good to see everyone here tonight. Good turnout. We got some things we're going to go over. We've already talked a little bit about some stuff about the Roku experience, things going on over there. GOTV. Of course, that is great outdoors TV. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I know I have before. But yeah, so we're going to get some bushcrafty type stuff out there. Whether it's just going to be a Fatwood Friday or something, we might do a Fatwood Friday, fired up Friday, whatever you want to call it, right here on Friday night's Dynamite. Who knows? Not tonight, but that's something to think about, right? But yeah, soon. And that's the thing, is it all depends on where you live and what part of the country you're in. But Kentucky being semi-south or south, whatever you want to call it, southern state, it gets pretty hot. It gets pretty hot in Virginia, where Dutch Blackfeather lives. Me and him talked about how hot it is this summer. I'm sure Willie has been feeling good heat there, in and around the parts of Ohio he's from, and whoever else that, I'm not sure what temperature you got, but it's hard to get out in the woods, or it is for me when it's that hot. But when the fall approaches and things like that, it would be nice to get out in the woods and try to film some type of video during the summer, because you got all the green going on, the flora and the fauna, and it's great. But and you get in the fall, those leaves are great to see. But wintertime, everything's drab. But hey, I got content out there that I filmed, right during the winter, and it's always the best time for me to have more outdoorsy, wilderness type content bringing your way during that time. Not a bad what's up. Not too shabby at all. I see what you're saying there. Yeah, Grateful Trekker, you're right. Temps starting to come down. We was getting to that. You're exactly right. This week here in Kentucky, it's been great. And he's, Dutch as well there in Virginia. And Grateful Trekker, I'm not sure where you're from. I know Nature's Wild Playground is from New York State. New York, yeah. Of course, Dobson's there in Ohio. Not sure where Miss Ashley's from. Well, I know Miss Cecilia's in Canada. But, yeah, so the temperatures are coming down in Kentucky, all kind of low 80s, high 70s this week. No rain, sometimes overcast skies, but, then there'll be sun. But so, things are good. Grateful Trekker's still editing stuff from spring. Yeah. See, I'm sure you probably got a day job, right, Grateful Trekker? Not sure. I do. I work at a hardware store right here in my hometown, a locally owned hardware store that's been around forever. It is now a True Value brand, but it's hard to get things going with the channel. Doing this social media thing, posting this, that, and the other, editing, and uploading and things like that. When you do have a day job, and or if you have some type of other way that you bring income in, or whatever, you might not have all day to edit or anything like that. So, if that's the case, on the reason why you start editing stuff from spring, then I can understand. Dutch said it's been cool weather, yeah, here. Yep, thank God, yeah. Thank the good Lord for that. Georgia, all right, yeah. Yeah, I think I did know that. Thanks for refreshing my memory. Georgia there. Grateful Trekker. Good deal. Bark Eater definitely needs rain. Well, of course, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we talked about how much rain we were getting here in Kentucky. And, of course, everybody knows about the devastating floods. So, yeah, Kentucky, we're pretty good on rain right now. It hasn't dried up much. I mean, it's dry in a lot of places, but, yeah, we still got plenty of saturation. But I hope rain comes your way, Bark Eater. I really do, if you need it. Dutch saying he needs some rain at the moment. Well, I mean, that's possible. It probably might get a little warmer in Virginia, I would say, Dutch, than it does Kentucky or East Kentucky. But, in the part of Virginia you're from and the part of East Kentucky I'm from, we're not that far away from each other, yeah. You're a chef. Okay, Grateful Trekker, guys, is a chef, and they do catering, so I can take on what I want. Okay, that's cool. Good deal. What's this? Georgia via northern Minnesota. Oh. Won't stop raining here. Miss Cecilia said it hasn't rained as much as it usually does. I have heard from another channel that comes in here sometimes, JTD Outdoors. He lives up there in parts of Canada. I can't remember exactly where now. He told me that he might not be able to make it here tonight. He did come by in my private message and tell me that, which is cool. I mean, I don't have no worries or problems if someone can't make it. It's cool that they let me know, but there's no need to apologize. It's just a sign of weakness. There's no reason for that. Never say you're sorry. Unless you're truly sorry. But it's just a live stream. There'll be plenty more, and you never know. I mean, maybe they won't be, but still, it's still all good. But JTD Outdoors was saying, that they couldn't have a fire, if they went camping or anything like that because of so much dryness there and around the part of the Canada he's at. Out west? Yeah, okay. There you go, Miss Cecilia. Exactly what I was talking about. Out west has been in a drought for a few months, causing lots of fires. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's see what happened here. All right, it seemed like something kind of went crazy there. I was just trying to check something out. But yeah, been a good night so far. Good to see everyone here tonight. Still got 8 in the house. Good deal. Good night tonight. We're going to go ahead and share something with you. A thing that last week, we showed a little video on the women of Appalachia, the Appalachian Mountains. Back in the day, what they did to be self-reliant and prepare themselves for things. And we're going to continue on with that on how Appalachian people, how they found water, guys. And we're going to show you a little video on this, which is pretty cool video. We're just going to share the screen real quick. And hope you all enjoy this. Seemed like everybody enjoyed the video last week. So we're going to share this. And just let me know if you can't hear anything or something like that. But we'll get this thing started.
The mighty Appalachians, among the oldest, if not the oldest mountains in the world. And these mountains is full of water, from their lakeways, the rivers, their streams, the caves, water everywhere in these mountains. But nowadays it's just easy just to go to the sink in the kitchen and get as much water as you want, clean, fresh water. And after a hard, hot day of work, to relax in a good hot tub. But you ever think about back in the old days, how they used to get their water, how they found it, and the ways they got it up to the house? Well, we're gonna look at it in this video of some of the ways that they've got their water. Water, the essential part of life. Without it, man wouldn't last very long, or any living thing as far as that goes. But they've been trying to get close to this water if possible since the beginning of time. Now these old people come into these old Appalachian mountains back when they settled this country. They just didn't come into open fields like they did in the prairie lands out west. This was wilderness. They had to hack their way in here and hack their way into making a place for a home, or start a little farm, or start a garden. That's just the way it was. This is a rough country. And they tried their best to get close to water source as possible. They'd build little homes like this, as close to these water sources as possible if they could. Homes look like this. They got a roof over their head, some way to cook, prepare food, heat themselves in the winter, but they had no way to put water in the house except for places like this. So they tried their best to build close to water sources so they didn't have to pack it so much. Now, as time went on, the land got claimed up so much that people couldn't get close to the water sources. So on these farms and stuff like that, so they had to come up with other ways to get water. And we'll look at some of them here. They could use a cistern method, a well method, a pump method, spring method, out of a cave, out of the creeks, rivers, whatever they could, but wherever the land was is what they had to deal with. That's just the way it was back in them days. First thing we'll look at is the spring, how they got their water. They tried to build as best they could close to these springs, but they couldn't build right on these creeks and rivers because it would flood sometimes. So they tried to get a few 100 feet away from them, but they would have to pack that water up to the house. And it could be a chore sometimes. I know I've had to pack some for my grandparents. And every place had an old spring house. If they was lucky they had a spring on the property. They looked about like this. Old spring house. Just a protected place where the water comes out of the ground where they can get it. And they had things like this too. Just little cauldrons here that the spring would come into and fill up and run out. Easy to just dip water out of. And a lot of places use pipes too, stuck in a spring to get it out away from the rock where you could just get to it. This is an old spring. It's still being used today on 25E in East Tennessee on Clinch Mountain. Being used as far as I can, and it's the best tasting water too. It wasn't nothing back in them days. I know of a lot of old places got pipes coming out of springs on these mountains. Back when I was a small boy, I used to pack this water. And this is an old cave where the spring comes out of it. They got a pipe on it. This is over at old Chuck Swan in East Tennessee. It runs 24/7. Best tasting water. And this is about like it was around the house you brought up. You kept some for drinking, you kept some for cooking, washing, such a thing. And it wasn't nothing when I was a small boy. You was out hunting with your dad or out in these woods, and there was a spring. You could get down and get you a drink of water. But you can't do that nowadays. It's according to where you're at because there's so much pollution in the ground anymore, and that's a shame. And I never thought, growing up, they would ever sell bottled water. That was a free commodity to everyone. Water was water. I never thought you'd have to buy it in a bottle. Well, that's the looking at the springs. Here's another method, cisterns. And what a cistern is, it's just a vessel or a container in the ground where they collect water off a runoff of rain. Now here's an old place here where they's logging. I'd found this place hunting years ago. The house or cabin's gone, but the old cistern's still there. I thought it was a well, but I looked down in it, it's just a cistern, about 20 foot deep. That's an old one, made out of rock. Time's gone by. How much water's been dipped out of that cistern? Probably the cabin run into it off the roof or something. That's what I figured. Now you could still make these cisterns today. They're not in the ground. I've got one on the back of my house where I just collect rainwater to water the garden or the plants or the flowers or whatever. And you could drink this in an emergency, but you would have to boil it or use chemicals to purify it, because you just don't drink rainwater anymore. So that's the cisterns. Now another method we'll get into is wells. A lot of places didn't have water, so they had to dig a well. And how they found the water is the big thing. Here's dowsing. Well, Donnie, you finally lost it. What in the world are you talking about? This has been going on for hundreds of years. This don't work for everybody, but it works. People find water like this all the time, and they still do today. It don't matter what sex you are, what age you are, if you've got the ability and the gift to do this, you can find anything you're looking for with these dowsing rods. Now, a lot of people use certain kinds of wood, forked wood, but I just use regular old metal coat hangers. They work great for me. I found my water line a couple of times with this. I didn't believe it at first either till I tried it, but it works for me. And here you can even buy these things online. I've seen them, you could buy them online. But why buy them when you can just make them out of an old wire coat hanger? And here's how they work. Here's mine that I use. Just simple coat hangers. You concentrate your mind on what you're wanting to look for. It's just a middle thing with nature. And when you come upon what you're looking for, you're concentrating on, these will cross. And there it is. But then the hard part, when you find water, is digging that well. It's a hard job. And they usually done it by communities. They would help each other, just like building a house. They would dig a well. But a lot of people done this for a living too. And here's about what the well looked like. A little drawing. When they got the well dug down to the water, maybe 20 feet, maybe 40 foot, maybe more. But what they do, they brick it to keep it from collapsing the dirt over time, or keep the water from being so muddy, and put drain holes in it every so often, so the water would seep in. It might look like this when they rocked it. It may look like this, the walls of that well. And like I said, people done this for a living. This was a big living back in them days. It may look like this down through, looking from the top down. Or looking from the inside out, look like this. But that's how wells was. And this was a big thing, making a living back in them days. Here's some old pictures of back in the days when people had wells. May look like this outside. May look like this, according to who made the well and how they wanted it. Could make it look like this, like the ancient times well. They just bucket it out. And if you're really lucky, you've got a well right next to the house. You don't have to pack it a few hundred feet or more in bad weather. So the next thing we're going to look up on is the pumps. Now there's all kinds of different pumps. Well, back in them days, they'd hand drill these down till they hit water, and they'd put a pump on it. And, that pump would create a suction and bring the water up. And every little community, like these mining camps, would have a hand pump where everybody get their water and pack it back to the house. And a lot of little farms had their own personal places like this. This was a big thing. But nowadays, what do? They just come in here and they drill it down to the hit water, and they set you up completely. Now, this ain't cheap. I've never had this done, but a lot of my friends have, and it's very, very expensive, I'm telling you. And here's basically what an electrical pump looks like, a submersible. Once you find they drill the hole, put the pump down in the casing, down in there to hit the water, and this is it. Pressure switch kicks it off and on, got a pressure tank. This is basically the layout of an electrical submersible pump out in the rural areas. This is being used all the time. Now, another thing, you don't see much of these around the Appalachians, but they are here in certain places. This is mostly out west, the old windmill. And these old windmills pumped a lot of water, especially just constant water, especially if you got a lot of cattle and stuff. And here's basically the layout of what they look like and how they work. That the wind would turn the blades, and the blades would transfer through this gearbox and make a mechanism go up and down like you're hand pumping it. And it would constantly pump when the wind blowed into that storage tank. Of course, you got a brake on it where you could shut it down to work on it or didn't want it to run, but that's basically what that is. Now, these little old communities, especially these old mining communities, this is how they got their water. Old hand pump, everybody used it. But they had to still pack it back to the house. Just according to how close you was to the pump. You may carry it 100 yards back to the house or more. And when it was wash day, oh man, I'd say they done a lot of water packing. You can only carry so much water at one time. Here when you're washing, they cook it and heat it on the stove to clean your clothes. But this was the wash tub of the day. This is what you took a bathtub in. This is your bathtub. Had a hard day's work in the mines or whatever, you come home, this was your bathtub. Of course, this is a small one. This is not a big one you could get in, but when I was kids, I remember getting in them. Even the old schoolhouses. They didn't have no indoor plumbing or nothing like that. Kids took turns packing water up to the school every day, so they'd have something to drink during class. So, there you go. Different ways of getting water. So I hope you enjoyed this. There's so much history in these old mountains and across the country. And I'm just trying to share how things used to be and how things have.
All right, guys. A little bit of history, how some Appalachian people used to get their water. And, of course, it would be like that in a lot of different places as well. Of course, that gentleman that was narrating that is from the Appalachian Mountains in East Tennessee. And, you know, he was just talking about what it's like as far as, you know, being in this area, of course. And we're going to catch up with the chat. I hope everyone enjoyed that somewhat. If they did, you know, there's different ways we could do that. Different ways. You know, a good friend there, Dutch Blackfeather, he just, you know, said, you know, you could break that down and talk about different points, you know, through the video, or kind of just play the video. And, you know, it gives time for the host to take care of things, maybe go use the bathroom or whatever. Let's see, let's catch up with the chat real quick here, guys. I don't know where I left off before we started. Yeah, okay, yeah, Grateful Trekker was talking about Georgia there, and okay, and he also said he used to be a canoe guide in Minnesota, now mostly hike. Okay. Raven Cat, Miss Cecilia, she's talking about how the farmers do not know if they will have any crops up there in Canada in the western part. Sure ain't camping without a fire, Po Boy says. You're right there. But yeah, different ways, you know, with well systems and cisterns and, you know, or just heading down to the creek to grab a bucket of water. You know, kind of like even if you were camping, you would want to try to get to the nearest, you know, have a good water source close by, you know. All of us in here that camp and things, all know that. Exactly right. Oh, look here, guys. Dutch Blackfeather, he says, Frontier Survival, Lydia, the lady I was talking about earlier, Campfire Chef, over there on Instagram, and the owner of the network, Campfire Chef GOTV, you know, and the Wilderness Survival Bushcraft channel, and a lot of different things going on over there. Some barbecue things, campfire cooking, different things like that. She's in the chat, guys, I guess. I do appreciate you being here, Miss Lydia. Hello to you. Not sure if you'd like to, but we'll drop a link if you'd like to come up on the panel, and maybe we can discuss some stuff about the Roku experience. I'm not sure. We'll see who else might be with us tonight. What else was said while we were watching that great video? It's kind of like being in school, wasn't it? Okay, not sure if I missed anyone. Yep, I did. There's my good friend, the Bearded Eagle. Good to see you, Bearded Eagle. He said, hey, y'all. Bearded Eagle, guys, we talked to how we bottle-fed Henry on the live stream just a little bit, ago. We talked about that earlier, how it's, getting some views over there on the Roku channel, GOTV and things, and on YouTube. So it's good. Bearded Eagle, he was the one that kind of talked me into doing that. He shouted out in chat, said, hey, feed him right there on the live stream. And it just kind of got that light bulb going on. And I said, yeah, well, that's a good idea, Bearded Eagle. In some states, it's illegal to collect rainwater. I think, yeah, you're right. I don't think it is in Kentucky. I'm not sure what states that might be, but I have heard that too, Nature's Wild Playground. We're going to have to hurry up and catch up with the chat and see what's going on here. Please forgive me. Okay, here's the Bark Eaters talking about the witching rods, yeah. He said, I have set of copper witching rods I made. Okay, you discovered I have the gift when I was a kid, and my grandpa had a water witcher. Come to find where the drill well. I should do a video on it sometime. Yeah, I mean, that kind of ties into outdoors. I mean, you got to be outdoors to do it, right? So whether it's, any type of outdoor activity. So yeah, it'd be a great video, especially if you got the gift to, to actually find that and do good stuff with that. That's great. There's my good buddy right there, Nathan Bowman's with us. Good to see you, Nathan. Appreciate you dropping in. Good deal. He is right here in my home county, right here in East Kentucky, and he is a cousin-in-law of mine. That would be awesome, Bark. You're right there, Playground. Nature's Wild Playground, exactly. Is divining rods the same thing, or are they just used for spirit hunting? You know what? I'm not sure, but it's a good question. That's something I don't know. There's Baloo's Clues. Baloo, I'm sure. I know I'm subscribed to your channel, and I think you probably subscribed to mine as well, of course. Why? Because I got subscribers only mode on, but that's just it. But I know I've seen that channel. Are you from Australia? Is that correct? New Zealand, maybe? Guys, check out Baloo's, BALOO''S, Baloo's Clues. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken on that. Po Boy saying howdy to Dutch. Oh, Campfire Chef trying to join. Okay. All right. I'm not going to be able to, we don't have a link set out there yet. We'll go ahead and do that for you, Miss Lydia. Please forgive me. There's a link, Miss Lydia. If you can click on that link, it jumps up there. It says StreamYard.com. You should be able to click on that, and we might be able to bring you up here. Do appreciate Campfire Chef competition. Okay. So that's the name of the YouTube channel. All right, good deal. Thank you for saying hello to everyone there, Miss Lydia. That's how we encourage things. We like that. We really do. But Brother Dutch Blackfeather, if he'd like to come up there too, he can. Of course, him and, he's part of the Roku experience. Not sure if Barkeeter would like to, but he can. Or even Natalie. She's part of the Roku experience too with GOTV. But yeah, if Miss Lydia would like to come up, there's the link. We had some other things planned out, but we'll have Miss Lydia up here and whatever it is we might be able to talk about. Or should I call you Campfire Chef Competition? Whatever it is you like me to call you. But all you have to do is really click that link and it'll take you, you enter the studio, and then I'll be able to see that you're in my studio and I can bring you up. And just when I said that, it pops up. So that's great. All right. Let's see here. Let me do one thing, Miss Lydia, and I'll bring you right up. Let me just make sure my audio, we got some, make sure we got going on. Okay. Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Hi, Frontier.
How are you? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, I appreciate you inviting me. It's hard to hear you.
Okay.
But I can see you really good.
Okay, testing. Can you hear better? No?
Very
I'm not sure
faint.
Oh. Guys in the chat, please let us know how's the audio on my end and Miss Lydia's end. Bearded Eagle says he hears both of us.
He hears okay?
Bearded Eagle says he hears us together all right, but the problem is you can't hear me, so we're going to have to try to fix that.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. I just have to listen really close, which is really hard for a girl, a female.
It might just be my East Kentucky dialect.
Yeah, maybe. Yep, all the way over here in Washington.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
The big state of Washington.
Yeah, and of course, the ones in the chat that might probably follow you on Instagram have seen you in Dutch's lives and your property there. So I mean, it's an awesome piece of property indeed.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm actually by our Bigfoot. I think our Bigfoot character. Hold on here. The big statue. That's the pump house.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's a big section of our property. But there's Bigfoot right behind me, right there. See him?
Yeah, I do. I see him. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, there he is. I'm standing on the section of the property that we use for the competition and for filming.
Right. Yeah. For the was it campfire cooking competitions? Is that correct? Or campfire cooking competitions? Is that correct? Uh-oh. Can you hear me, Miss Lydia? Okay. Connect an external speaker. I'm not sure. I don't have one.
I enjoyed it, Frontier, a lot. I watched the thing about the Appalachian Mountains, and we have plenty of water, very wonderful fresh water. Oh, and I appreciate the water we have.
Yeah, in Washington State, most definitely. I've never been there, but I have studied a lot about that state and then watched a lot.
Well, you're always welcome to come camp on our property. Bring Dutch with you, and if you want.
Well, that could be an option one day. Yeah, I do appreciate that. And I most of the time always welcome anybody I meet over my way. I always like to get to know someone first. Of course, but that's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity to be on the Roku channel, GOTV. So, and that's good stuff too going on over there. Dutch, he lets us know that great things are happening over there. And I'm
having a tough time hearing you, Frontier. I actually am hearing other voices. That sounds terrible. I am hearing I'm hearing some other voices. I don't know if it's like the repetitive talking.
It could be maybe an echo. I tried to put echo cancellation on. Usually you do that. You can do that when you have a guest and you usually don't have a problem. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I was just answering a question, Miss Lydia, in this chat. Grateful Check was talking about maybe connecting a Bluetooth speaker, but I actually had one connected earlier, Grateful Trekker, and it kind of went kaput, and I don't have another one. So I'm not sure if that's the problem. Grateful Trekker thinks if I connect the speaker, I could do it because I'm just using the speaker off of my laptop here. I usually don't have much of a problem with audio. But hey, there's always a first time for everything. I'm not sure if.
So you're explaining some of the experience and stuff. We we started Campfire Chef because I have an interest in outdoor cooking. Actually, as a child, my parents, wealthy, lost money, ended up on a 40-acre farm. Dad rebuilt the family, rebuilt the business. He was an ex-pro boxer. He did a great job, but we were limited with water and with cooking. And Mom taught us how to cook outside over the fire pit. Craig and I go camping. I forgot the propane tank, so I made a prime steak dinner, crab and oysters over a fire pit, and then set it out on a table overlooking the lake. And my husband says, "You need to teach people how to do this."
Exactly.
Ended up being looked out by our production company. COVID shut us down, so we didn't make it to TV. And so I held on to the company, and then I've got it now where it is, we own the channel.
Right.
And I just want opportunity for other people that wouldn't get the opportunity that Craig and I got, the stepping stones. I want other people to have a great chance to do what we're doing and enjoy it. Right. And make it a good fun family thing.
Exactly right. Yeah. Family, friendly type content, positive vibes. Positive vibes is always good. None of this dramatic type stuff. There's no need for drama in anything. That's my opinion. So I'm really glad to be a part of it. Lydia, we have Dutch wanting to join us here.
Okay, great.
We're going to bring Dutch up here.
He's very valuable to us.
Exactly right.
All right. Hey, Lydia, you have to mute YouTube. That's why you're getting that echo.
Is that the problem? That's probably what it is.
Lydia, did you hear me?
I can. You said it's an echo?
You have to mute YouTube. On your phone, you have to mute it.
I don't know how to. I don't know if I can fix it or not.
If you just go, it should be right on the screen for your. If you go back to your YouTube window and hit mute. Or you can just X out of the YouTube window completely.
Is she on her phone?
I'm just trying to help. Sorry for jumping you, Heath, but no. I was just trying to get it worked out for you.
No, I'd like for you to be up here if you'd like to stay, but that's cool. You're fine.
I'm still here, but I'll probably behave and listen. I can dance.
Miss Lydia, if I ever come up to if I get a chance to come to Washington, I'll dance with you, because if you look on my channel, I got a few videos out there where I dance for 50 likes, 75 likes.
Dancing's good. Dancing's good. You can come dance with us.
There you go. Sometimes I like to do an old country hoedown, though.
Oh, country music's good.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything but rap. I'm sorry, guys, if you like rap.
Well, we kind of played a rap song, I guess you'd say, kind of one of those country rap songs or something. During the start of this live stream, it's just some song I found, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Seriously, you guys, it'd be really nice to bring. Another thing is bushcraft. A lot of the bushcraft guys do so much outdoor cooking over fire. Mm-hmm. That's kind of why Dutch caught my attention.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some videos out there. I've seen some cooking over the campfire. Well, I seen a reel just today, I think, of bacon and eggs that was probably cooked over the campfire.
Oh boy, I would have liked that.
You still got an echo, Miss Lydia? Everything fine there on the audio for you?
All right, I'm going to jump off and leave you two at it.
All right, Dutch. Appreciate it. But can you hear me any better at all?
No,
Audio?
it's still got a real good echo. And I don't know if it's my settings or on your side.
Well, I tell you what, everybody in the chat says we all sound good. I mean, as far as what they're hearing.
Well, so if I put my ear closer to my phone, I can actually hear you.
Okay. But I mean, I'm giving you, if you'd like to mention anything else about what you got going on, or you can go right ahead. Feel free. You know, just kind of an open mic for you there.
No, I'm going to grab some headphones.
Okay, that might help.
So you are now in my office.
I see that. Yeah. This right here, I call the this stream room where I'm streaming right now. I call this my office or my Frontier Command Center.
Right. I'm probably.
And well, there's someone here saying that maybe increasing the volume on your side of the StreamYard on your part might help you. But we'll see what the earphones do. Miss Natalie's talking about how Dutch is a good cook. And yeah, I believe that because I see some good cooking, good meal the other night with beans and cornbread and cabbage. Oh, that cabbage deal was awesome looking. I'd like to try some of that one day. Cabbage, and I think what was that? What's that? Some side meat, pork, I believe, Dutch. It looked good. Bark Eater says sounds good and loud. Gal says, are we too loud, Bark Eater? Hey, lock outdoors, guys. Another. I think we've lost Lydia. Uh-oh. She is froze up, guys. If she'd like to come back on, we'll drop the link. If not, we'll have her on again some other time. We'll drop the link once again if she wants to come back on and say anything. Oh, Grateful Trekker done a whole brisket yesterday. But there's the link again, Miss Lydia. If you're still with us, you can, if you want to come back up, feel free to click the link, and maybe we'll get this thing going. Oh, I know. I'm sure it was good, Natalie. The marshmallows and the yams was the best. Yeah, I'm a yam sweet potato man myself with marshmallows. I like that. You know, so a lot of times don't have it, you know, too often. Most of the time, like say around this time of year, closer to Thanksgiving, things like that. But I do like yams, sweet taters, and stuff like that. There's my good buddy Jay in the Sticks. He is a river pilot, and he's right here on the inland waterways of our United States all the time, Ohio River and different places like that. But he runs towboats and tugboats and push barges up and down the river. Jay in the Sticks is with us. Good deal. I myself used to be a deckhand out on the river. So, you know, Jay's a pilot. I never made it up to the wheelhouse. I did work some in the engine room of boats and that, but that was fun work. It was, and it was a way of life more than just a job, because you lived on a boat for 28, 30 days at a time, maybe sometimes more. You know, it just depended on how much money you wanted to make. Ain't that right, Jay? Yeah, April, take a picture of your sweet potato plants. Yeah, put that on Facebook. Yeah, that'd be good. I'm a sweet potato fan. And I did see your comment earlier, April, about you know, the video we played earlier, thinking that, you know, I like that channel, which I do. I've been watching a lot of the stuff on there, and I wanted to just kind of show that off. But yeah, the Dutch did make a good point on using that, breaking that up, watching a little bit of it, and then maybe giving my thoughts on what they were talking about. That was good points in doing. Not sure if Miss Lydia is wanting to try to come up. I wish that didn't fail like it did. Hopefully everything was all right. Everybody said they could hear everything well, which is great. Oh, Miss Lydia, and you're very welcome, Miss Lydia. She says, thank you for having me on your live, and I apologize for the volume. Miss Lydia, that's no problem. Hey, there's plenty of opportunities that can have you back up here. We can talk about the Roku channel, GOTV, Campfire Chef, GOTV, and anything else, that might be going on that you would like to discuss. Yeah, anytime. That link is out there, guys. If anybody wants to hit that link, you have the opportunity to come up, talk about your channel, whatever it might be. And but anyway, we'll go on with some more content. And wanted to show this because tonight's stream title is Backroads and Backwoods, which still kind of ties in with my Appalachian culture and being from East Kentucky. And a lot of my good friends that's in the chat right now are from East Kentucky or nearby, close by, and which is all cool, all good. But Miss Lydia is there in Washington State, which is such a beautiful place to be. And if East Kentucky wasn't so dear to my heart, that would probably be the state I'd move to. That or Alaska, actually. Not Bearded Eagle says, got to go. Love y'all. Well, love y'all. Love you too. Good deal. Hugs, Miss Nature said. Bark Eater should join, you think, Natalie? Bark Eater's welcome to come here if he'd like to and talk about anything he'd like to talk about on his channel. No problem whatsoever. The link is there. Bark Eater might be ready for bed. I don't know. But we wanted to talk about this right here, guys. What we got in the mail the other day. Check this out. Can y'all see that? Of course, it's going to be backwards on the screen, but Backroads Home Magazine. And since we titled this Backwoods and Backroads, it has to do with being self-reliant, being prepared, learning to survive. And you guys, bushcraft ties into that, prepping, whatever it is you might do. Whether you take a tactical bag out in the woods or a traditional, haversack or rucksack, whatever it might be, it's still being outdoors, being in the wilderness, being in what you love. But yeah, Backwoods Home Magazine right there. Pretty cool little magazine. And if you see right there, it says practical ideas for self-reliant living. Now, I just hit the microphone. That happens a lot. This might be crazy. And a lot of these magazines, I don't ever remember seeing growing up as a kid. And these publications, I'm not saying they've been out forever, but, it's a 3-month issue, July, August, September 2022. The cost of it is $7.99. But it's talking about the return of victory gardens right there. Grandma's thrifty recipes, homeschooling lifestyle. A lot of these homesteaders out there in this world, where they call themselves homesteaders. East Kentucky is just a farmer, more or less, no matter what it is, even if you just got a few chickens. You're a chicken farmer. I got a few chickens and one male goat. What's one male goat going to help me, as far as being self-reliant? He's just a good old buddy and a good old pet. I tell you what he's going to do. He's going to help me. He's going to be packing my stuff up the hill when I go to base camp. Now, I think he'll help me, though. I mean, what I'm saying? It wouldn't be hard on him. I mean, because those goats are made to climb. But continuing on with this great self-reliance magazine here, Backwoods Home. But you already believe in self-reliance? Let us help you achieve it. And that right there, guys, is you can subscribe to Self-Reliance magazine right there. I mean, I've not seen this stuff growing up. So these magazines haven't been around forever. You know what I mean? Now, there's some magazines out there that have, and I got some of them, like American Frontiersman, which is a good magazine. and the Backwoodsman is a good magazine. But right here is some great self-reliance guide set right there. Get all 5 handbooks for $39.95. And you got a book on chickens. Now, I know you guys can't see everything here in this magazine because it's just hard to see, but just talking about it a little bit. Harvesting the wild. So, that's talking about foraging for wild edibles. Whether it be, greens or berries or mushrooms, fungi, stuff like that. A lot of great stuff in here. Some different books and some great articles as well. Kira, on page 24, there's a article called "A Method for Washing Hair Off Grid." Now that'd be a cool read to maybe do on a live stream. Cottonwood Ranch just jumped in here, and I'm sure they really know about. They do a lot of things when it comes to being self-reliant, prepared. Miss Raquel there of Cottonwood Ranch. Good to see you. And there's Derek Russell. Hello there, brother. How you good? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, Derek is, yep. Nature's Wild Playground, Miss April's better half. Good to see you, Derek. Maybe I shouldn't have said it that way. I don't know. Oh, I missed Cottonwood Ranch, Miss Raquel walking around with her red-bone coonhounds the other day. I see what you're saying there. Those are some beautiful dogs, and a coonhound, no matter what breed it is, whether it's red-bone, blue tick, walker, they're all good-looking specimens of canine, indeed. Kentucky Patriot Prepper just jumped in here. Good deal. Appreciate you being here, Kentucky Patriot Prepper. From your part of East Kentucky to mine. Exactly right there. Kentucky Patriot Prepper, another great Eastern Kentuckian that's right here with us tonight. See, that's the thing is, during this live stream, this show right here, and, we have moved to Friday nights permanently. Friday nights, Friday Night Lights coming your way right here on the Dynamite Show, guys. And, here soon we'll probably wind things up for tonight. I don't know. I mean, we've been going strong for a good hour, a little over an hour. It's all good. We had Miss Lydia on, the owner of the GOTV, Campfire Chef GOTV. I always forget that. I always just like to say Great Outdoors TV, but it is Campfire Chef GOTV, Campfire Chef, Miss Lydia, Campfire Chef Competition is the owner of that channel, and she has afforded all of us the opportunity to, bring our material that we put on social media, or maybe original material just going straight to that Roku channel. That's a thing right there, guys. That's some of us that are part of this, what we're doing was we're putting content that we got on social media already, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and throwing it over there. Some of us are. Has any of us thrown any original content that way? I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't. I don't know. I mean, maybe so. But that's a good idea. Is just original content going straight to Roku for GOTV, which would be a great idea indeed. They chased. Oh, okay. The dogs chased your horse around on your live stream. Oh, I'll have to go and check that out. Is that still up on the channel, Raquel? And correct me if I'm wrong, Raquel, but you are from Canada. Is that correct? You're in Canada, correct? The original Friday Night Outdoors live show. Well, Dutch, yeah. I mean, we're talking about the outdoors. We're talking about being self-reliant, being prepared, being, surviving, having the drive to survive. Are we the original one? I don't know. But, the thing is, we're going to do the best we can. But, I appreciate all the fine comments. Yeah, you're in Canada. Excuse me, guys. Didn't mean to cough your way. Tried to get away. Sometimes that happens. We're live. This is not a recorded audience, a recorded show. We're performing in front of a live audience. Y'all remember that back in the day when you watched a 80s sitcom, or maybe even the early 90s sitcom? They would say, I don't know, say, remember the sitcom Different Strokes, with little Gary Coleman and Todd Bridges and Conrad Bain. They might say something like Different Strokes was performed before a live audience. Oh, and kind of throw in that, that real good announcer voice, like Different Strokes was performed in front of a live audience. The Carol Burnett Show. Yeah, the Carol Burnett Show was performed in front of a live audience. Exactly right. I can remember all kinds of shows like that. All in the Family, maybe the Jeffersons. So, see, that's what it is. Right now, always towards the end, we'll always get off topic and not be talking too much about the outdoors or whatever. And, we jumped into a segue of talking about, shows that were performed before a live audience. Yeah, this was recorded in front of a live audience. Yep, exactly right there, Bark Eater. Bark Eater, you want to come up and talk about your channel or anything like that? I didn't see if you commented in the... Oh, I'm not aging anybody. I'm just saying, I can remember that. Miss Lydia, campfire chef competition there. Well, I hope I didn't offend you, but yeah, I see, that's the thing is, I'm a connoisseur of television sitcoms. I really am. I'm a secret closeted comedian. And sometimes I try to throw quips and humor into this live stream, but not so much as I do on other things. If you check me out over on TikTok, all I'm doing over there is throwing out videos of me lip syncing, clips of songs and trying to do the best job I can to it. Actually, my lips are actually moving to the words pretty decently, because I have seen some videos over there of people trying to do that, lip sync, clips of famous songs, whatever it might be. And for some reason, it's not in sync. And when it has to be in sync for lip syncing, right? But I'm not saying I'm the best at it, but I think, for the most part, I do pretty good. And that's my comedic side coming out, because I love comedy. I love stand-up comedians. I love physical comedy. One of my favorite when it comes to physical comedy is John Ritter, who played Jack Tripper on Three's Company, and that character on how physical comedy, how he would, fall and have these pratfalls and different things. And it was so funny. And, there's a lot of great people out there that were really great when it came to physical comedy, when it looked like you were getting, knocked around or something like that. Lucille Ball was a great when it came to physical comedy. You loved me bringing up the oldies? Yeah. All right, guys. My good friend Dutch Blackfeather, he's wanting to join up here, so we're going to bring him up once again. So welcome back, Dutch.
How we doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Let me try to fix some of this lighting stuff here. So there's not a glare. My gun cabinet acts up. There we go. So I wanted to say that was unfortunate with Miss Lydia, but you can have her back in the future when she gets stuff worked out.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. It might have been the deal with YouTube. I don't know what she was using. Was she using her phone?
Oh yeah, if you use your phone, you have it because it happened to me. You have to either mute YouTube or leave YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And so what she did was she hit the link, so it just left that YouTube app open, and it was causing echo.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I understood what you were saying after you said it, but I just didn't realize what she were using. I mean, right. Yeah, exactly right.
But it's easy fix. Easy fix.
So how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, actually. The weather broke. So I actually got to get outside today and make some content. Mostly Instagram content, but I was able to get out today and do some of that. Here in the South, me and you are actually very close. We're in different states, but close to each other. And brutal heat.
I'm going to guess 3.5 hours. I don't know.
I think it's around that.
Maybe
It's
4.
give or take.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of mountains in between.
Oh yeah, because
there's a bunch of mountains between us.
I know to get, probably the best way for me to get to Virginia, and my friends that's from Kentucky that's in the chat might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but through Pike County, Kentucky, and you could probably cross the Virginia line. But as far as you might have to travel. You're not just right across the line, I don't think, but.
Well, I'm right on the eastern, southeast Virginia. I'm right on the North Carolina border, so right. I'm relatively close to you.
Well, and you're relatively close to Tennessee, East Tennessee as well. Should be, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, Miss Lydia, campfire chef competition. Dutch, we'll fix it.
I'll get it fixed for you, Lydia. We'll figure it out so you can get back on. She was excited and grateful at the opportunity to come on and talk with you.
I was excited and grateful at the opportunity to have her on. Yeah. Exactly right.
Another thing I wanted to talk about that I think is pretty important. A lot of people might know this and might not, and that's the fact that we are working on a podcast together, me and you. We're just working on technical stuff, and we're working on what platform to launch that from, and then how to get that podcast onto the other platforms. So it's still happening. Me and Heath definitely are good. Going to be doing a podcast together, outdoors podcast.
Outdoors, with the emphasis, I guess, more on bushcraft, wild camping, and wilderness survival.
Well, the reason why I mentioned in chat earlier that you're the original, and I believe this, you are the original Friday Night Live now that encompasses the entire outdoor scene and not just niche parts of it. You're really open to, and that's how I am, and that's what I do. Mm-hmm. And we're all about the outdoors, period. And you bring positivity. You bring, I'm not going to say family content because that's been used too much, but you bring a nice, easy listening content to the outdoors community. And I consider you to be the original Friday night guy now.
Yeah, I'm like the Lionel Richie of the outdoors. Easy listening.
That's right.
I mean, that's a great compliment. I appreciate that, Dutch. I really do. I mean, I just, and that goes back to, what I said earlier about, the comedic side of it. I do like to crack jokes sometimes. So, yeah.
You've worked so hard at what you do, Heath, for what I consider to be a long time. And during that whole process of you working on you just put your life out there for other people, and you really worked hard for lots of other people. And,
I did.
And I'm glad to see finally now the focus is on Heath, and now Heath is building Heath, and he's building his community and his brand. And I think that's just exciting stuff, man. You deserve every minute of it.
Exactly. I appreciate that. I really do. I mean, I think the same as with what you got going on. I feel the same way with that, and with a lot of other that's in the chat that have channels and are doing this treacherous thing. I mean, sometimes you have to have good mental health when it comes to doing this social media stuff. I mean, you really do. I mean,
that's right.
It can take a toll on sometimes. If you need to take a break from it. I have.
Yeah. And it's and we all trip up, right? And we all make mistakes, and and really what separates us from the rest of the group is that we recognize we make mistakes and we move on, and we try to bring that community positivity back and really hold on to it and really promote that. And I think that's just an amazing part of the outdoor community. I really do believe at this point there's a small percentage of the community that's negative, but you're going to have that anywhere. You're going to have that in the wrestling community. You're going to have that in the NASCAR community. You're going to have that. So you're always going to have that small percentage of people just that just are only about negativity and bringing negative attention to themselves and others. And it's really important for us to step aside from that, step away from that, and progress.
Right. And, if the whole thing, that's, positive vibes. I mean, just, negativity and drama, things like that.
That's right.
Trying to, the internet community has the word going on, troll. I mean, that trolling, things like that.
Right.
It pops up in chat sometimes. I mean, it's just, sometimes they're just bots, but sometimes they're actually people or channels. and
Exactly.
Trying to, bring down something that's real positive and good. I mean, I've had it happen over there on the Facebook group, trolls, so to speak, trying to come in there, different things, saying things to someone that just create content and just, making no sense whatsoever, leave the guy alone, leave the, whoever it might be, let him post his content. And that's how I, my channel or my group over there, Facebook, I just, I don't really discriminate a whole lot when it comes to letting a content creator post content over there, share it or whatever it is. So almost any type of niche that it might be, even if it's just a daily vlog channel. I mean, if you like to post your content there, some of them kind of feel funny about doing it because it still has that outdoor vibe, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm working right now, honestly, 40, and my wife's probably going to say more because it probably is, but I'm doing like 40 to 50 hours a week work now. So that doesn't leave a lot of spare time for me to do other things. And one of the things I enjoy when I do have spare time is hitting your group up and just scrolling and just looking at the posts. And it's a real just friendly vibe. And like you said, there's a whole bunch of just everything there. And there really isn't a lot of guidelines except for stay positive, don't troll, and let's have a good time. And Frontier Survival and Friends is an awesome group. Just in my opinion, probably I know you hate to hear this, but I consider it to be an outdoor group, and I consider it to be one of the best Facebook outdoor groups.
It is an outdoor group. I agree with that. I mean, the main topic, if you look, I mean, like, I guess you can, if a person really wanted to, they can look at what I have as far as the description of the group, and it says outdoor activities. But I mean, if you're not an outdoor content creator, feel free, if you're a member there to post the links to your videos or whatever it might be, a reel on Instagram, whatever,
Right.
Share it. I myself, it's a group I started, but it's for all the members. And, but I myself will grab links from live streams that I might be in, through the week, visiting or whatever, be in the chat. I'll grab the link to that live stream, just throw it up there on the channel. Maybe say, hey, go visit my buddy here, but whatever. And, try to get traffic over there to whatever certain channel it might be.
Right. And, you work a full-time job.
I do. Yeah.
So and then we do all the content stuff now. And then another thing I want to bring up, if it's all right, is one of the biggest challenges right now is getting people to really realize that YouTube is not just the only platform, right? Like there are so many other platforms out there right now that are very, very good. TikTok being one. Instagram is stronger than ever. Instagram's doing a bunch of new stuff over there, so they're staying competitive. And then, of course, you have what you're involved in with me, which is the Roku network.
Right.
And our network is going to be expanding to Apple TV and to Prime TV. So, that the biggest hurdle is just getting guys to realize that YouTube isn't the end all thing, right? Like that's just another stepping stone, right? You really, if you're really into content creation and you really want to be successful at it, not just financially, but if you just really want to be successful at content creation, don't limit yourself to platforms. Don't limit yourself just to Facebook. Don't limit yourself just to YouTube.
Right.
really expand that.
I agree with that. I mean, whatever it might be, kind of a multiverse, if you will, I guess you'd say, whether it be, use Facebook, use Instagram, I mean, and then of course, last week I talked about how, I might be, soon, and even with the podcast of, ours, because we'll have it live at first and it'll be on the platform and then it'll be, put on the Roku network.
Right.
We're discussing what type of platform we're going to use, whether it be Facebook. And I'm actually thinking about doing some Facebook lives,
right.
with the Frontier Survival channel.
I think it's a great idea. I've told you that in private.
Right.
And that's one of there's lots of reasons why I decided to bring you on to the Roku team. But that's one of the reasons was the fact that you aren't closed-minded about, hey, listen, this is my niche. I've got to stay on YouTube. I've got to do these lives on YouTube. You really said, you know what? I'm completely open to experiencing new things and growing myself as a content creator. And you've done it. Yeah, I mean, just in a very short period of time, you've completely turned around your channel. You've completely turned around just everything. And I know that the Roku team, I'm not just speaking for me, there's a lot of us, and I'm not going to mention all the content creators that are involved, but every single one of them loves you, Heath, and they all back you, and we're all proud of you.
Well, I mean, I feel the same way about all those guys as well. I mean, I haven't got to watch every little bit of content everybody's got out there, say on the YouTube platform or whatever, but I have been trying to catch up on, Brother Barkeeter there and Adirondack American Pratt over there. He's good. And
you are there daily to provide support every single day, Heath. You're there. You make time out of your work. You work a full-time job like we already discussed, but every single day you're active and you're there to support the Roku team.
Oh yeah.
And that's a big deal.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, and that's another thing, as you mentioned that because being at work, but that's kind of like, my job lets me be able to, my boss lady doesn't care if I pull my phone out just to look at it or something like that, or, I mean, if there's nothing much going on at the moment, now she knows, if customers walked in, I'm right there. Hey, what can I get for you? You know what I mean?
Right. But I think everything that I said is very important, and I appreciate you. That the whole team, the whole Roku team, the whole Roku, we're just one channel of the network. The Bushcraft and Wilderness Survival, we're just one channel out of that, and the whole network appreciates you, and that I think that was one of the reasons why Lydia was so excited about getting on tonight was
Yeah, I mean, that it excited me, and I found out that kind of, we was playing a little video there and was able. What's that? I heard my name. What was that, Natalie?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't mine. It wasn't from here.
Well,
I heard it too, though.
Well, who was that?
I don't know. Maybe Lydia was right. Maybe there's ghosts in the system tonight.
That was somebody talking about I hear Natalie laughing. That has to be.
She said we love Heath. That's what she said.
Oh.
And I
trying to pull my leg and my arm and everything. Y'all, you ever hear that expression? That's a big East Kentucky expression. You're pulling my leg.
You pull my leg.
You're pulling my leg.
You pulled my leg and my third leg dropped.
Ha ha ha. Hey. My papa back in the day, when he was wanting to get rid of something, he'd say, I'm gonna get shed of it. Think about it. When a snake sheds their skin, what they do? They get rid of it.
That's right.
So he said, I'm gonna get shed of it. That's just East Kentucky talk.
That's right. And just and also I think we've been doing exploring the history and the culture of Kentucky lately. I think it's just awesome, man. I love seeing you do that stuff.
Oh yeah, and if you remember correctly, you kind of helped suggest that not too long ago with some different things.
I think that the hill people of Kentucky, the Farrells. I actually read a book because of the content that you did on the hill people. I actually got a book on the Farrells and read it, and wow, what a just incredible story. Those people.
Yeah, I mean the video I played earlier. That was from a channel right there on YouTube. And the guy just kind of narrates and throws out pics and, kind of makes a little video that way. It's pretty cool. I mean, he has a pretty decent accent. I like his. But
now, I didn't know this until I read this book, but they attribute to all the flooding issues, the flood problems, they attribute that to the mining, the coal mining, like in the 50s, 40s, and 30s, really caused this like disruptance and really cause these issues now that Kentucky deals with as far as flooding goes. And it was the Farrells, the Farrells actually fought against that. They actually fought against the mining companies and they really didn't want them in there.
Right. That's interesting. The mining I would definitely have something to do with it. I mean, in those parts that it flooded the worst, places like Hazard, Kentucky, and Jackson and Hyndman, they were more mountainous regions than even what I'm at. But Jackson's not too far away from me. But so if you think about it, the plateau kind of goes when it comes towards my county, it becomes more foothills than it does mountains. So and then it goes on towards, say, Lexington, Kentucky, where it's mostly flat. And then if you get in the Western Kentucky, you're completely flat there. I mean, it's funny how the state is, but I mean, and I'm sure there's a lot of states the same way, but like your state, Virginia, it's probably mostly mountainous. But I mean, once you get towards the coast, I guess it probably gets
flattens out. Flat. Yeah, flattens out. It flattens out towards once you get down to that area. And the other Virginia had a lot of flooding, and the reason why, and you hit on this with your Kentucky flooding stream, we had a lot of flooding, and we had a dry summer. We didn't have any rain, so the ground was just so hard and dried up. And then once we got a good rain, it just ran right off the dirt, right off the clay, and it just wasn't soaking and absorbing into the to the ground, and it just caused havoc.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's I haven't heard a whole. I mean, they're still trying to clean up mostly right now in those places. Yeah. Still, I mean, even though it's been 3 weeks, I mean, there's still going to be quite a bit of cleanup there. I mean, so and people are still displaced, of course. I mean,
yeah, it's sad stuff, man.
I mean, like I said, here in the county I live in, we were able to house we have a wellness center here that, has a big gymnasium, and they brought in some cots, for people to sleep on, and we're able to house, 50 or 60 or so individuals. Right.
And you kind of hit on it, but I thought it was a very important point. And these floods happened overnight, and most people were in their beds, sleeping with their families. These people that passed away because of the flooding in Kentucky. And to me, it's horrifying to think that you're laying in your bed and then all of a sudden you're underwater. Right. You're just underwater, you're asleep, and then boom, your whole house is washed out.
Yeah, I mean, that's about when it happened. It was late at night, early morning, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, there were a lot of people that knew that it was coming. They were supposed to get a lot of rain, and the ground was kind of already saturated anyway. And it coming off those mountains, that much rain coming down from the mountains into those valleys. I mean, that's just crazy. So a lot of people were up, were being out watching or whatever. But as far as news reports and stuff that we've seen here. But I mean, there probably were some that maybe didn't pay a whole lot of attention to what was going to be going on and were.
Well, Well, look at the culture we live in. There's a lot of people right now that have unplugged from media,
Right.
period, just
Right.
unplugged. So they had, some of them might be able to tell, hey, we have rain, but they might not have known the extent. Right.
Yeah. Good point. Exactly right. Jay and the Sticks saying something. They seen a zebra floating on the Big Sandy River due to the flooding. A zebra. I'm not sure where the zebra was coming from. It might have been coming from Hazard. There's no zoos in that area that I know of, but somebody might have had his pet zebra. Guess it was from Pike County.
I saw a picture of a rhino running through the street, or video.
Yeah.
There must have been a zoo in Kentucky that got hit, because I remember seeing a picture of a rhino running through the streets.
Possibility, I guess. I mean, I don't know of there being a zoo in that area, but it could be something that I don't know about. Or it might be just somebody that has exotic animals.
Yeah, I mean, some states have, funky laws, and they allow you to have that type of thing.
What's that guy's name? Joe Exotic or whatever, that guy that got in trouble.
Man, I love that show. I watched both seasons of that show.
I seen some of it. Yeah,
Joe Exotic. He reminds me of another YouTuber. I can't place it. But it kind of reminds me of another YouTuber.
I think I got your. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, a decent comparison indeed.
But these Friday nights are great, man. You're more relaxed. You don't have to worry about, hey, I got to get up in 3 hours.
Right. It's all good. I mean, as far as, what I'm willing to do for the people that do come with and join us, whatever night it might be, I'm willing to stay up for however long I can. But, still got a good crowd here tonight, and do appreciate each and everybody that's been here tonight. You really do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Nature's Wild Playground said, that's crazy.
There is a strong resemblance. Let's just put it that way. But I can't remember the YouTubers. So.
No, I don't know the name, but I have seen some out there that would, be spot on. Probably could just play them. Like say in a movie or something. Be the man. Yeah. just be right out there, and yeah, the hair, yeah, the eyes, all there.
Oh man! Now, do you have to work tomorrow?
I do have to go in tomorrow. I need to be there by 8 o'clock and work just till 12 p.m. So just 4 hours, no big deal.
Are you doing the vet stuff afterwards? You going to Dad's?
No. I'm my wife, Mandy. I mean, she'll be going there, but she works there the same hours I work at the hardware store. So we'll both get off at the same time.
How are all the animals doing, Henry?
Yeah, I seen Miss Natalie asking about Henry right there. Henry's doing good. He's getting transitioned to an outdoor lifestyle, so to speak. Oh, I mean, the thing is he's a goat. I mean, we love him, and we're going to take care of him, and he'll probably be the best parents a goat would ever have. But he's going to have a nice little accommodation outside, and we're working on that, a little barn, so to speak, and we're planning on getting Henry a partner too, because the thing is goats need other goats. They do.
they need a partner.
Yeah,
they need it. If they don't have a partner, they just go nutty.
Oh yeah, but as long as we pay enough attention to him right now, as far as except when we're at work, and he'll have enough to occupy him. We got, the little place we built him. We got stuff for him to climb on because they love to climb, and we've read that, and so and we're not going to be like a goat farm or anything. Henry's going to be a pet, and whatever partner we get will be a pet. We might try to get a female, and I don't know if we'll ever breed or not, but at least I'm not sure, but I don't know.
Now Henry's an actual pygmy, right?
Yeah, he is.
And so I told my wife, I was like, I want to get one, and she goes, they're expensive. I said, nah, they can't be. And she showed me where these goats go for thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have I mean, we did pay some money for him, but it was kind of one of the things where he came to the clinic, right, and the lady just was going to sell him for the whatever she could get for him, and it was like. Well, it was just a C note. That's all he cost.
Wow. Yeah, you got a deal.
And we didn't want to seem. I'm not saying the lady was going to abandon him, but what happened was his mother abandoned him. She had twins. One passed away, and for some reason she was mourning, I guess, and didn't want to feed Henry. And I guess the lady, I don't know if she worked and just wasn't going to be able to bottle feed him as often as she needed to. Through the early weeks. But, even though we both work, we still done it,
Right.
I mean, there were times where he, probably wasn't being attended to like he should have been because we were at work, but, we still, afforded him, a place to be and, kept him occupied, and he got fed, this, that, and the others, and we had people close by that was able to watch him and make sure, but, but he needs to be acclimated outside, and we'll get him a partner soon.
And also, if you pick up a female, there might be a possibility for you to have some income coming off of the pair, right?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
And then the little doodle dog we got, Cleo, that we showed last week. She's what we call a double doodle because she's a golden doodle and a labradoodle mix. That means she's part golden retriever, part Labrador retriever, and part poodle, or twice part poodle. And if you breed her to either a golden doodle or a labradoodle, you'll have some double doodle puppies as well. And it could be, a pretty good amount of money. People pay pretty good, decent amount of money for them. But we're not about all that. It's an opportunity if we decide to do so. But there's a lot of people that do that when it comes to dogs, and they call them puppy mills. And a lot of times those puppies aren't in the best conditions. And of course we wouldn't be like that. Yeah. Natalie said Cleo is beautiful, and she is. Yeah. She's a cute little pup. And that, she didn't have a whole lot of curls, but later on as she gets older, that poodle will be coming out in her. And that's another thing about those is they're hypoallergenic and they don't shed a whole lot at all once they get, adulthood.
Hey, before we go, I know you want to wrap it up, but I was thinking about your yesterday because I was watching these prank reels, and they were telling these women to go into a hardware store and ask where the Coke was. And like 9 out of the 10 women that went in there left the L out, right? So you get it, because most people say caulk.
Oh, okay.
Where's the caulk? So it was like this funny prank reel thing, and it just reminded me because you work at the hardware store.
They were saying Coke.
And I was thinking, I wonder what Heath would say if this was happening, right?
Oh,
and he was
yeah. Hey, that's about how they say it here in East Kentucky.
Is the Elvis in there? Is it caulk or is it? I can't even say it. But
yeah, people they'll say caulking or whatever, but still, yeah, it's similar. You know what I mean? But
what? What?
I said, for shit's sake, it's just the word cock. You call a rooster that.
There you go. That's right. That's right. A cock-a-doodle-doo. A cock-a-doodle-doo, Miss Natalie. That's right. We're not family friendly over here. It's after 9 o'clock.
That's right. Where's your cock? Where's your cock at?
But the thing is when it comes to caulk, and at the place I work, we're having a hard time getting a lot of different brands that we usually keep. It's there's that's happening, starting to.
So there's a shortage on caulk. Is that what you're saying, Heath?
A shortage on caulk, yeah. Whether it be 100% silicone or not.
Oh man.
We do have plenty of roofing cement in caulk tubes. Exactly right. Yeah.
All right, man.
That's right. Hey, Nature's Wild Playground. You didn't know we could have this much fun, right?
I know. That's right. I always have a blast for you, though. And I know you need to ramp it up. You got to get up early.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, brother. I appreciate you. You know that.
I do know that, and I appreciate you as well. I appreciate Miss Natalie too, because a lot of people, we didn't mention this, and I didn't mention this, and I wanted to, how much Miss Natalie Blackfeather does behind the scenes with the Roku experience as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
She works for the network.
Yeah.
Yep. She does a lot of work for us behind the scenes. Anyways, peace out.
All right. See you, Dutch. Have a good one.
All right, brother. We'll see you soon.
All right. Guys, Dutch Blackfeather there. If you don't have Dutch Blackfeather, he's over here on YouTube. Check him out. He is on Instagram. Check him out there. He's even got a Facebook page. You can check him out there. And I don't know, I think TikTok as well. Dutch Blackfeather, my friend right there. My brother, my friend from Virginia. I got a lot of brothers and sisters in here with us tonight. Good deal. Appreciate you all. Miss Natalie Blackfeather said it was a great stream and she's laughing her ass off. Well, that's all right too. All right. You're welcome, Miss Natalie. Thank you very much. Thank you too, Miss April, Nature's Wild Playground. Brother Dutch for coming on. Thank you. I think Miss Lydia, Campfire Chef Competition there in Washington State. She come on panel. We've done all right. We'll have her on again. We'll get things worked out, get kinks worked out. And we'll have her on and we'll be able to talk more about the Roku experience over there on GOTV. It's going to be great, guys. Guys, we appreciate each and every one of you that's been here tonight. My good buddy, Po' Boy Adventures from right here in East Kentucky. Bark Eater Outdoors. He was here tonight. Good deal. Appreciate you. It's been a good night, guys. We've, so far, you know what, guys? Guys, if y'all stick with me, we're going to go another 15 minutes. Can y'all handle that? Who's left me? Who's left me already? We still got 7 in the house, it says. We can sit here and talk another 15 minutes. I think. I just kind of looked at the time. And I think I want to go another 15 minutes. But, yeah, it's been good. We just kind of said our thank yous for tonight. But, a lot of people thought, well, he's going to end the stream. Exactly. Especially with caulk. Laugh out loud, strange stream. All right. You're welcome from both of us. Good deal. Good deal. But yeah, we're going another 15 minutes. We're going to talk to you. We do appreciate each and every one of you. If anybody wants to come up and chat, they can. We'll throw the link back in there. Not sure if April and Derek would like to come up and maybe talk about what might be happening in their channel in the near future, if they'd like to. Not sure. Oh, Miss Lydia, you come back anytime, and we will try our best to have a better experience for you. I hope, at least it was somewhat decent, especially Dutch and I's banter back and forth. I hope you enjoyed that because, I enjoyed Dutch and I's banter back and forth. Jay said he's here listening. I'm sure he's steering the boat. That's probably why he's here listening. And I'm not sure if I know Jay. I mean, he knows. I told him before who I work for back in the day, out there on the Ohio River, in and around, Ashland, Kentucky, Northeast Kentucky, and I guess you'd say Southeast Ohio, probably like that, in and around Catlettsburg, Kentucky. We still got 6 with us, guys. Good deal. But Miss Lydia, you you come back next week if you will. We'll be back again next Friday with another great live stream. Just if you have subscribed to the channel, which I know you have, you'll be able to get a notification that when I'll be going live next, and we'll work something out. I'm no big deal. I just do a little live stream right here. I'm from East Kentucky. I'm a good old hillbilly fella from East Kentucky. And I just kind of like doing this stuff. I kind of like, I'm just kind of into broadcasting, I guess you'd say. I always wanted to be an announcer of some sort. But guys, we got Miss Lydia. She's joined us again. Let's see if everything goes okay. Hello there. Hello. Miss Lydia, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I still have the double
an echo, like
the double voice.
Right.
Yes.
Was there something you'd like to say?
Just thank you very much, Frontier. I can't express all my appreciation from you. Thank you very much. And thanks for all the other survival bushcraft guys that have supported the company. Thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
going to step out because I've got double voices.
Well, Lydia,
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Very welcome. I do want to tell Lydia, I know she left and she wanted to leave. But I want to tell Lydia to feel free to call me Heath if she'd like to. That's my name, and you can call me Heath. You don't have to call me Frontier. But if you want to call me Frontier, that's fine too. Okay, Jay and the Stick said they sent a picture of a cook rack thing you made. Okay, to Frontier Messenger. No problem. I'll check that out. I will check that out, Jay. No problem. Thank you, Dobson. Thank you very much. He said, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up. Yep, please and thank you. All right. But yeah, been a good show tonight. Yeah, she is sweet. Exactly right. Nature's Wild Playground. Very, very nice lady. I'm sure Nature's Wild Playground, she would, I'm not sure, but if maybe we can see what's going on there. But yeah, the Roku experience is a great deal. I do appreciate all that. I do appreciate her and Dutch Blackfeather. Dutch Blackfeather reached out to me, asked me if I'd like to be a part of it. I'm glad he did. Seems like things are looking up there. You know what? We're going to throw one little bit of a content your way. We showed off the magazine earlier, the Backwoods Home Magazine. We wanted to show this, and Dutch Blackfeather was talking about this not too long ago in a private message. But the Survival Handbook, the SAS Survival Handbook by John Lofty Wiseman. I told him I had a copy, and right there it is. It does say the 3rd edition, but this past Sunday I was on Dutch's live stream over there on Instagram, and he spoke about my somewhat extensive library of survival and preparedness type books. So right there is my SAS Survival Handbook by John Lofty Wiseman, and it's the 3rd edition though. I'm not sure what that means, but it's a great, huge, thick book. A lot of good stuff. Just right there, fish and fishing. In the Survival Handbook, talking about just I guess you'd say survival fishing, not just recreational fishing, which is great. Just going to a lake or going to a river or whatever it might be, and doing some type of certain fishing, whether it be bass fishing or cat fishing or whatever it is. Exactly right, Dutch. Awesome book. But yeah, it's been a great stream tonight, guys. We're going to go ahead and go now. Looks like things are winding down. We wanted to show that book off, show that magazine we got going on, the little subscription there, and some other things inside that magazine that we can order. I'm sure Miss April would appreciate a lot of those books. She's real big on self-reliance, preparedness, and survival. So, camping, whatever it might be. it all ties in together. It's all being in the outdoors, whether you fish, hunt, whatever it is, trap, track deer, look for sheds, look for mushrooms, look for ginseng. That's a big thing here in Eastern Kentucky too, is ginseng hunting. But anyway, it's been a stream, been a good stream. We've had great guests on tonight, even though there've been some technical difficulties. Not too bad. But yeah, check out Roku. Yeah, go over the GOTV and watch some of the stuff over there. Yeah, awesome book. Yeah, exactly right. Dutch Blackfeather. Nature Wild Playground said they have to find all of their books. They're missing in action. Oh no. OG of the survival community. Exactly right. Lofty is. Oh yeah, but yeah, it's all good. Check us all out next week. We got something else coming your way. Some content that we were trying to present tonight, we'll present next week. Remember last week we talked about how my good friend Marino Mysteries tagged me in a video not too long ago, wanted me to answer 20 different questions, and they were crazy off the wall questions, something that you don't see normally. We're going to do that in 2 weeks, guys. Not next week, but the week after. We're going to answer 20 obscure questions, and we're going to figure out how that's going to all play. But guys, we do appreciate each and every one of you. It's been a good night. We've had great guests. We've had good people here tonight. Make sure you hit that thumbs up before you leave if you haven't already. And if you like the channel and you like what's going on here, hit that subscribe button. And remember to hit all notifications so you'll always know when I drop a new video, guys. We do appreciate you. We love you. And guys, remember, this is Frontier Survival, and you all got to have drive to survive. Good night.